No,
I've
not
actually
particularly.
I've actually
No.
never thrown a zinner.
Wow. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Golfballing Podcast. We got episode number 251. I'm joined here by Mike and Frank with Every Ball Has a Story. Hello. How are you guys doing?
What's going on? Thanks for
What's
having
up?
us.
Yeah,
Yeah,
happy
thanks
to
for
be here.
hopping on here. I feel like I've followed you guys on Instagram for, I want to say years.
Yeah. We're probably, what are we on, Frank? Maybe 2.5 years at this point.
About 2.5 years at this point. Yeah.
Okay.
So likewise, we've been following you for the same amount of time at least. Probably longer, to be honest.
Very nice. Very cool. Are you guys big golfers?
Yeah.
I assume. Yeah.
Yeah.
Judging
I
from the
think we
content here.
all are.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it's big. It's more of an addiction at this point, but
Yeah. I'm so curious about the origin of it, but I love your guys' Instagram. I'm not too huge on TikTok, but I feel like TikTok is usually how I find content. So sometimes I'll just see you guys on the For You page and
Yeah.
I like it, so I'll throw that up on Golfballing. But the Instagram is so good. I mean, you guys are so unbelievably consistent. The content is so clean. I mean, it's like they're really well. I'm so curious how you guys like plan these out, but I'll just give the listeners a brief scroll through your last couple of accounts or your last couple of videos. Uh, when you bring your public course game to the private greens, I don't think I need golf lessons. I think I need a therapist. It's really confusing without the video, but what would you guys say? Like, every ball has a story, like the Instagram, like, is it just relatable meme type of all original content?
Yeah. So I would say, the landscape, there's just the straight meme accounts, making a meme off of like an existing video, and then there's like the long form videos, YouTubers. We're kind of in the middle somewhere, and we try to be 100% original. We don't repost anyone's stuff. We just go play golf with each other, and if something feels relatable or funny or something that other golfers are going to understand, we just fire away. And so far, the reaction's been pretty positive. And
I mean,
we didn't see this coming when we started, to be honest. But
yeah, it looks
been a
it.
good ride.
I want to get to the origin. Let's just go to the origin here because I know every ball has a story. I remember like it's the golf ball and tracking with the codes to see where your ball has been on your. I hate the word mission statement, but on your website, that the link will be down below for anyone listening. It's like you guys were thinking one day, like, where did this ball come from, or where did this ball possibly come from? Augusta. Break me down the beginning, like the first beginning of Every Ball Has a Story.
So, Mike and I. So I've been best friends with Mike's youngest brother since kindergarten. And we've been best friends for 25 years. And so me, Mike, and then their eldest brother, we were actually in Scottsdale for Mike's bachelor party.
Nice.
And we were at Weekapan on the 18th hole. I found the ball from True North. And I said, wow, this ball was bought at Troon. Somebody brought it here. They lost it. And now I'm going to take this ball from Arizona back to Jersey, and I'm going to lose it somewhere. So we said, that's kind of crazy, the life of a golf ball. And so that's kind of how the idea started. So then we went to, when we got home, we started trying to figure out if there would be a way to track these golf balls. And we bought a printer.
we got my parents' house got delivered a giant crate from China with just this like janky printer in it, and they were so confused. There was ink coming, like it was wild. But go on, Frank, keep going.
Yeah, no, his childhood bedroom turned into like Breaking Bad, pretty much. Like the fumes from the printer, the windows were open. His parents were like, there's something, you got to do something with this. But it was just we came to realize that for our budget, we'll say, and our reach, it was really hard to get enough golf balls out there. And then printing unique QR codes. We went to a lot of brands and said, hey, could we print these? And the printing capabilities were just not really there, especially for us. And I guess they probably were there, but the cost of them would have been so astronomical we could just never actually really follow through with it. So we said, all right, what's next? And we said, we started the social media page to try to promote that, and then we were having fun making golf content. So we said, let's just kind of keep making original content.
Yeah. Did you guys launch any? Because I'm sure that I'm sure the money involved in having 4 digits on a golf ball, just putting something on a golf ball, I'm sure it's unbelievably expensive in general.
Yeah.
Right.
So we again, I called anyone who made a golf ball. I called Titleist, Callaway. I was on the phone constantly, and they all liked the idea, but they were just like, dude, we print 10,000 balls at a time. For us to put a unique code on every one of them is just not scalable.
Yeah.
And then, I'm sure we still talk about it and think about it, but there's got to be a way in. But the way we were approaching it was every ball says 1, 2, 3, then the next ball says 1, 2, 5. And that's how you kind of track the movement. But to get it unique on every ball was just not scalable. But as Frank said, it kind of led us down this video path. And then we were like, you know what? Maybe we're just good at content. Screw the ball concept. Let's just keep rolling with that. And then that's how we got where we are now.
So when was the original crate at your parents' spot?
So that was 2022.
2022. Okay.
And then
February. That was February. I remember before.
So
Vermont.
We're not exactly the most handy guys. So there was a month there where we just couldn't even get that thing to work. We were there, it wasn't a joke. There was fumes everywhere.
Oh my
All
God.
our hands were covered in black ink. It was chaos.
Yeah.
But then once we got it going, it was like a little factory. We were just pumping out these golf balls.
So when you first start, were you guys using giving it to friends and that kind of stuff? And was it going? Because the concept is so awesome.
No, it was working.
Yeah.
We were just giving. If you were going on a trip, I was shoving 12 balls in your bag. I was like, take this, throw it in the woods. It's it worked, but again, I think we underestimated. If you lose a golf ball, someone may not find that ball for 6 months. They may not find it for a year, depending how bad you are.
Especially water.
Exactly.
Waterlogged. Yeah.
So the idea is definitely, and I'll die on that hill. It's a good idea.
It's
just the scale. The scale, man, is you really have to pump.
That reminds me of. I feel I remember playing high school golf and just being because I'm from Chicago and you guys are from Jersey, you say?
Yeah.
So fall's a thing and leaves fall from trees. And it can be dicey to find these golf balls in general. So I feel every golfer has had the thought of what if there was just a chip in here and you had an app on your phone and you could just track this golf ball. And it's literally genius, or I think it's genius. And then once you look into the logistics of it, it's you need a ton of money or something. You need at least a boatload of money.
Yeah.
So when did you guys ditch the? I guess, you still like the idea.
Yeah.
But it's
me and Frank argue about it all the time because I'll never let go of that idea. That's my baby.
I'm on your side.
But
it's genius. Every ball, and you got the best name possible. Every ball has a story. It's sounds exactly what it is. So when was it? If you started in February-ish of 2022, when was it? All right, let's move into making these funny ass golf videos.
I don't know, Frank. Maybe it was probably the end of Jersey golf season last year. So let's call it.
Yeah, it was probably the
2023.
Yeah, we just realized because again, if you lose a golf ball in water, that's dead, right? So we're 4 guys that work full-time jobs. So it's not like we were doing this full time. We're literally printing balls a dozen at a time. And then we're putting unique codes on them. We tried putting the QR on the ball and then having the user be able to generate their own code and write it with the Sharpie on the ball. But then Sharpies only last for so long. If it goes in water, it rubs off. How bad is somebody's handwriting? There was just so many variables and so many, if you go to a golf course and you throw a dozen balls on the golf course, in the woods or something, somebody might not find it, like you were saying. So I guess we were probably the fall of last year. I would say we were listen, it's the idea is great, and if a big golf company comes in and takes this idea, we're gonna just come after them.
I'm jumping off a bridge.
Yeah. We're gonna come at it. But so we realized that the content creation portion of it was something we felt getting pretty good at, and that was really it. We realized that for 4 guys that work full time, it just couldn't. It wasn't really feasible.
Yeah, you guys would thrive on like 2008 Shark Tank or something like that.
Yeah.
Cuban so would love it.
We do have for any listeners who are getting excited. We do have patents and trademarks. Like we're protected if anyone tries to come at this thing. Because I'm not giving up. We're gonna solve this. We're gonna crack this code.
Well, I'm thinking to me, I'm no businessman, but I'm thinking to me, like if I was a rich golf manufacturer, a rich golf company, I mean, the idea is genius. I would love to write you a check theoretically and just get this going.
Yeah.
Right? Like,
that was my pitch. I was talking to whatever, let's call it Titleist, even if it wasn't it. I was just like, guys, like this could be a whole brand of balls. This could be a whole thing. You launch it, and again,
at least like a limited edition type of thing. Like,
I think it's just the unique one on every ball. Just manufacturer wise, it's just not. You'd have to build a whole new printer basically to get this thing going.
Jeez. So how old are you guys?
I'm 33. Frank.
33?
I'm 29.
29. Cool. What do you guys do?
I'm a physical therapist.
Oh, nice. Cool.
Yeah, I'm a physical therapist.
So our 9 to 5s are pretty, general, basic.
You're also a PT?
No. I'm an accountant.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Cool. But we basically just text the entire day coming up with these videos and these ideas. We just have a running log of just nonsense.
Yeah, so like, are these straight up off the cuff? I mean, like this one here, I'm going through your pins. I'll throw the link for anyone curious on these. Like the guys who wear the same t-shirt for 20 years but treat a round of golf like it's the Milan Fashion Week. Like that's probably something you think of and you're like, let's get this, because this is in a bedroom, or is it the same? I was looking at if it was the same bedroom right here, but when you have something on the course, like if you can't be a good golfer, at least be a good time, and you got 4 transfusions, it looks like, in your hands here. Like, is it all off? Is the on-course stuff just off the cuff? Like,
yeah, so it's a mix, but I think a lot of it is when we play, we like to enjoy the round. Like, we're not like obsessed with like filming every second of it, but we just take a lot of B-roll. It's what we call it, just a lot of like generic things, and then like throughout the week we'll just review all of the tape, and if we have any ideas, anything we could spitball, we kind of find our way to the video that way.
So how often are you guys golfing a week? What would you say?
Not enough.
Not enough.
Yeah, definitely not enough. That's what makes it hard, and that's why like him and I, like I said, we text all day. His wife and my fiance, they're like, when our noses are in our phones, they know who's on the other end. But we text all day to come up with these ideas because you only get so many, so much time on the golf course. And even like last year, when things really started to pick up, we realized like, all right, we play once a week on average, sometimes twice a week. For me, my schedule is a little more flexible. But we're like so focused on getting content, and then we're not enjoying the actual golf, and then we're not playing as well as we would like because we're so worried about getting the content filmed. So, I think this year for sure, we've done a better job of trying to go in with a plan of what to get. So we're not just trying to record everything, but we're also lucky that we're kind of at that age and everyone around us is getting married. So we do a lot of bachelor trips, and all of our buddies, everyone that we kind of hang around with, everyone loves golf. So we're able to kind of go to a bunch of different places to get some content. And when we have trips, like that's really when we try to stockpile a ton.
Yeah, I'm sure you can plan those out much easier.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, because I've got this one right here. I don't know much, but I do know I've never regretted a round with my buddies. round of golf with my buddies.
Yeah.
I mean, your guys' content is, I love it. I think it's super clean. I think it's super. I love this. Guess which golfer lost 9 balls, and this question if he even knows how to have fun. I mean, I love it, and I know exactly what you're talking. I've got a bunch of buddies who even are liking this stuff. I know exactly what you mean. Like, even if it's one hole out of your 18 holes of golf that you're planning on filming, I mean, it's so tough because, I mean, first off, like, there's groups behind you, there's groups in front of you most of the time, and so you're on kind of a time crunch here, and you want to enjoy your golf round, but then you're thinking about, oh, okay, we're going to film this video soon, we're going to film this clip soon, and then you film it, and then you're trying to play golf, and you're thinking about what you just filmed, and you're thinking about what else you could film and stuff like that, and it's really hard to be in the moment. We used to make, in COVID, my buddy Nick and I, we were trying to go golf every single day and make a video. And it just, by the end of the summer, it was like, this is not enjoyable at all, because I'm always thinking about what just happened, or I'm thinking about what's about to happen or what could happen. And it just takes the fun of golf away. So I think, I'm not a big planner. We never had a plan, but I think, yeah, I'm sure making those plans makes it a lot easier for everybody involved, because you want to enjoy the round too.
Yeah, and anyone who does any sort of content, especially golf, like me and Frank are playing tomorrow, but we're gonna get paired with 2 other people.
Yeah, that's a phenomenal point.
And we're not trying to be like, annoying TikTok people like dancing on greens, right? So we're trying to like be respectful. Like, golf is a gentleman's game. And sometimes we played with a caddy, and then, like, if there's people around, we're not trying to be obnoxious if we're ever at like a nice course. Yeah. So you just really have to pick your moments. And like Frank said, we try to get some video ideas ahead of time. It's like, hey, we need a video of someone like hitting a bad drive, so we know ahead of time. All right, let's go get that, right? Yeah. So yeah, it's a learning process, but I think we're still getting better.
Yeah, what's on the docket for tomorrow? I'll go ahead.
Oh no, I was just gonna say, like, the video. So like we talked about the plan, like we definitely plan stuff out, but like the video that you just talked about, I've never regretted it, around with my buddies. I played Monday after work with another one of our members. Every ball has a story, and 2 other guys, and just I saw the way the sun was setting. Like, the more you do it, like, the better your eye gets of, oh, let's just grab this and then we'll figure out the caption for it later. Yeah. So it's really half and half.
Yeah, I like that a lot. So what's on the docket for tomorrow?
So I don't know if you know the North Jersey golf scene, but it's mayhem. You need a tee time. You need a tee time 2 weeks in advance. It's like concert tickets. Like, you got to be like refreshing pages. It's so hard to get a tee time. But I went to Rutgers, which is not that far from us. And they have a course, and I was able to at least just get us on that one. So that's me and him in the morning tomorrow.
There you go. I saw that on your on the ball log, or the course reviews too.
Right,
I saw on the course reviews of the Rutgers. That's cool. I know somebody who played lacrosse there a long time ago, but I've never been to Jersey, so I forgot my train of thought.
Yeah, Jersey. There's a lot of good golf in New Jersey, like a ton. But a lot of it's private, so that's a whole different story to get on those. And then the public, the golf scene, like, it's just everyone plays golf. So
that's what it was. Yeah, I'm sure on a weekend, especially, because here we're flipped. And once it hits October, once it hits from Thanksgiving to probably around spring break, I don't really golf. Maybe I golf maybe once a week, because everything is either private or, like you said, you got to plan it out 2 weeks in advance, and it also costs an arm and a leg in season. But right now, I could go find a tee time for probably any time for the rest of the night right now.
That's crazy.
Nice and 95 here at 4 p.m. But yeah, man, that is true. Playing with golfers, even if they're super cool, like an old dude or a younger dude, even if they're so cool and they're so down, like, it just feels.
Yeah, usually what happens, like, the front 9, we don't do anything. And we just feel them out. We just feel out the situation. Yeah. And then slowly we'll just be like, just by the way, like, we have this account, and like we may film a thing or two. 9 times out of 10, they're like, 9 times out of 10, they're like, this is great. Like, this is awesome.
That's sick. What is it? Yeah. Let me check it out. Let me follow you guys. Yeah.
But you never know who you're going to golf with.
Yeah. because we used to do a lot of, we used to try to do like 9-hole matches and stuff like that. And that's just, I mean, you're not even focused on the round of golf at that point. Even if we would never do that with a foursome, but like you find a slower course and you got to do somewhere we're doing like a back nine challenge. I mean, the last thing I'm thinking about is my golf shot.
Yeah.
And man, that's annoying. But I remember hearing like Bob Does Sports. I think he books like 2 tee times before it. Like they'll just like buy the first like 2 tee times before it, so they have no stress or anything like that filming it. But the clips are, a lot less strenuous than playing like an 18-hole match or so.
Yeah.
So your guys' golf season's getting down. I mean, it's only August 2nd, but
it goes fast.
It might as well be done. It might as well be done at this point.
like what are you guys gonna rip in the winter? Are you prepping winter content or the golf trips? Or?
Yeah, so winter is that's our bread and butter. That's when I think me and Frank, like all of these videos you're talking about, like we're not even on the golf course making half of these. We're just sitting in our cubicles or whatever, just like looking at past videos, and like we just have to make it work for a couple months until we can even get on a course again. So we're just trying to stack as much content before winter essentially, and then we just have a runway. We got to make it work.
Yeah, I mean, I mean, you guys post, how much would you say, at least once a week? Yeah,
usually 3 times. Yeah, usually. Yeah, around that. We the winter's really tough. We have our like shared folder, and we just scroll back and try to like sift through it again, watch videos over again. It's like, all right, where could we, make something out of nothing almost? And then, we'll have a golf trip planned. The past couple of years, we've been going down to Tampa
cool.
in December. So even from the end of our golf season to Tampa, we're like, all right, just keep, stay afloat.
We just got to get
once we get all our content in Tampa, we say, all right, we usually have a bachelor party like in the spring when, the weather could be good enough up here, but, we're going to go and we know we're going to get a lot more then. So it's like, stay afloat till then. And then during our golf season, we're able to get a lot more.
Yeah. Wow. So, so bad with the count. I can't believe it's August 2024. So if you guys have been doing more skits, memes, that type of content for like, would it be a year and a half, or would it just be a year?
About a year. About a year.
What was the page at before you started it?
So before
the skits and stuff.
Yeah, before we went to Tampa this December 2023, I want to say we had maybe like 3,000 followers.
Wow. 4,000. Okay. All right.
And then something happened around that Tampa trip in December, and through the winter, we just hit our rhythm and we just skyrocketed. Yeah.
Because you guys, I mean, this one, May 29th, 56K likes, 2.5 million views. We got 5 million views, 60,000 likes in April. December, you got 4 million on 82K likes.
Yeah, no.
But I'm seeing all of your content. Like I'm scrolling through, I see it all the time on my feed. And I'm wondering every single time I go on it, how do you have 23.5K? Like it makes zero sense to me. So now it makes a little bit more sense.
You're preaching to the choir, man. You're preaching to the choir.
Like I just genuinely, but it does make sense that it's more of a this year or December of 2023 till now, because I mean, it's like I said, it's great content, it's consistent content, it's very it's so digestible actually. The form, like it's so clean. I think presentation is so important. I hate the presentation on my Instagram right now, and like, this is just so nice. But okay, that makes sense. So you guys have had a great 8 months. I mean, a phenomenal, or 7 months. So
yeah, we did pretty good. And it's always the battle of the algorithm.
Yep.
In like January, February, right before golf season started, we're like, we are invincible, and then all of a sudden you come back down to earth and you're like, what we haven't really changed much. It's, our videos, sometimes they're a little longer, sometimes they skew a little shorter. So we always try to analyze, what is doing well at kind of most presently, because that's really, you got to play within their game.
Yeah. And I'm sure it. The end of the day, you just make good content and hope it works. Like, that's all you can do. We can't control the algorithm. Like, you
all roads lead to Rome.
Exactly. Just keep firing away, and that's all you can really do.
I would say, like, I mean, you guys have 250 posts, 23.5K. I would also say, like, I used to use this on Golfballing when I had it all the time. But now I lost that kind of vault of 6,000, 5,000 posts or whatever. I have a bunch of different Instagrams outside of the golf niche, and sometimes you'll just have a video that does really well. Like these 3 pinned posts, like I would post again at some point. I don't know if you guys do that. I would post that in the winter because nobody will really notice. Nobody really care. Like, it's weird that I'm mentioning him for the second time in a pod, but Bob does that all the time. I used to do that all the time. But then, like, even if something doesn't perform well, I would also just try it again in like a month if it's good content. Because, like you said, I mean, the algorithm's just, who the hell knows what's really even going on here.
Oh, we've had that a bunch of times where we like are ready to fire something off, and we'll text each other like, "Oh, this is a home run," and then like falls flat on its face. We're like, there's just no way. So then we'll take it down. And we were against that in the beginning. I think our pride kind of got in the way. Like, this should have done great the first time, but now we're like, no, you have to just like, one of our videos has like 1 point something million, and it was about like spend the money in a pro shop, and we actually made almost the exact same video, and it did horribly. So we took it down, and then we remade that video, and it did like 1.6 million views.
There you go.
So it's like we're going through our lumps to figure out what's the best way to move forward.
Yeah, I would say to never delete a video, even if it does horribly, because I can't tell you how much I've got. There's Instagram's got bonus reels going on right now where you can make. I don't know if you guys have bonus reels. It's like invite only. It's super confusing, but you'll post something from. I have numerous posts from January, February, March, April, May. Like, doesn't matter. 400 likes in the first month, and then next thing you know, a couple weeks later, it's got 2 million views. Yeah. The algorithm's just super weird. But
they just go back in time and just take this thing that you thought was dead. Yeah.
You guys have a super shareable page, which is just the bread and butter on Instagram, and that'll never go out of fashion, never out of style. So, I mean, I would never. But then, I also know, like, you want, to keep the page clean. Like, there's just subtleties, and like you're forming an Instagram page and how you want it to look and all that stuff. But
you don't want a bunch of like million view videos and then like 200 view videos.
Yeah, it feels weird.
It doesn't look great, but
it feels weird. But I'll tell you, from an outsider's perspective, like I don't think there's anybody who would notice that, it, or even care, even if they did notice it. Like, I just don't. Or if they did, they'd forget about it in 5 minutes. I had a post yesterday that has like 25 likes right now, and I'm sitting here thinking, like, what the hell am I doing with my life? Like, this post has, I got 80K. This post has 24 likes in like 24 hours. Like, what is going on? Post that 3 months from now, and could be a different story. But that's awesome. So, what is your guys's? What's the future of it? Just keep running and gunning. What's working?
Yeah, I mean, I think we're never going to stop what we're doing now, right? This is we like it. People seem to like it. It's not difficult. It's fun. I think maybe getting a little bit longer form content, but again, like you said, like, we don't want to go filming 18-hole matches and losing the fun of golf. Like, that's not
exactly.
I think then we're going to lose the whole page at that point if we don't even like it. But we're just going to keep trying different content avenues and just kind of keep pushing.
I would love for some type of personal brand or like something. on your guys' Instagram page, because like heading into this, I don't know. I notice your faces, but I don't know like a single thing about you guys personally or
Yeah.
anything like that. I mean, that could be,
Yeah.
I don't know if it's a pod or, a YouTube or whatever it would be, or even just throwing the ads in there. I mean, because it's seriously, I think it's so cool. It baffles me how you have 23,000 followers. I think that's going to change very soon. And obviously you guys are workhorses and a couple of grinders, a couple of gamers here. So I think you guys will be just fine. I also think the original Every Ball Has a Story, I think it's genius. I would always leave that in the back pocket there.
Yeah. Well, you're saying a lot of nice stuff about us, but let's flip it the other way. We've always loved your page.
Yeah.
It's a personal gripe with me and Frank, and I'm sure you are aware of the game. Just like getting credit for videos.
Oh yeah.
You specifically have always been good on it and always given credit and always like acknowledged. And there's just so many accounts out there that just take video, like just take concepts and just throw them out and give no credit, no acknowledgement. But your page has always been just top notch.
I feel like that just happened to us.
It did. We did.
Right? Like that was in the last couple of weeks. I saw that comment. I'm like, holy, yeah, that's because it's. Yeah, people are terrible about that.
Well, it was a video. It was the one you mentioned, the Fashion Week one, right?
Yeah,
like that happens a lot. That happens a lot to us. Like we'll make like a concept and make a good video, and then we'll just see other like big accounts just refilm it, same words, same video, and just post it on their own, and then they go get 10 million views, and me and Frank are like, "What the fuck? Like, come on, man."
I feel that. I feel that a ton. Going from, I was just telling my girlfriend this, going from like 600K to 80K, I always tried, like Zaire was always the competitor for me. Like it was always the competitor. And I like heard one day through the grapevine, like this is probably like right after COVID, like 2020, 2021, that it's like a husband and wife, and they're in their 50s or 60s from Utah.
Really?
And I will find the best freaking golf post ever. I will find the best golf post ever. Post it on Instagram. Hop on Desire hour ago. There you go. I'm like, what the fuck? But then what you were just saying now, and this isn't because I'm getting past. I'm trying to just like revamp Golfballing here because I mean, this was like a dead, Golfballing podcast clips. Like, I mean, it's just kind of a random Instagram page, but I posted something the other day at Cabot on the 18th hole. This guy was taking like 4 practice swings on a porch and everyone was filming him. He had a phenomenal chip shot. And I checked every competitor. I was the first one to it. I was so excited. And then like an hour later, Zaire's got it. And, my post it's got like 3,000 likes, which I'll take. Yeah. But when you're a small fish in a big pond, I mean, people will shaft you, they'll jip you, they'll do whatever. And, like sometimes you even just forget to post credit. Like you're just in a rush, you're at the gym, you're driving or whatever. I'll forget to throw a tag in, or I won't know their tag. And I'll get these DMs, or you'll get like a shutdown notice. I'm like, dude, like I'm not trying to jip you here. Like I'm not trying to shaft you. There's a unbelievable amount of people out there who are accounts like you, where it's just pure original, great content that I will post, and they'll be like, you do not have permission to do that. Like I just reported you, and then I'll get the takedown notice 3 days from now. I was like, dude, 5 years ago, as a former creator, like I'm on the course making these shitty golf videos that I think are funny, I would kill for a Zaire Golf or any golf account to post my stuff with credit on it. Like that's the freaking point to like get to that next level.
No, I remember like when we just got started in the content stuff, like when like your account would like post one of our things and we would get that notification, like we would text each other being like, this is the best day of our life. Like this is the coolest thing ever, right? Like,
I love to hear.
So
awesome.
we definitely just
red alert.
Exactly. We send the siren when everything like anything good is happening. We send the siren to each other. Like shit's going down.
Oh yeah. Well, I'll keep doing that. Not as good of a reach, but I'll keep doing that for you guys because I mean, seriously, anyone listen to this pod, I mean, it's all golf lovers. I'll throw the Instagram and the website and the TikTok down below. Also, can't believe the TikTok's below 10K. That doesn't make sense to me. I mean, if there's a page where this stuff does well, I'm thinking it's TikTok.
We always did really well on TikTok, and then there was kind of a shift. We posted probably, I would say it's one of our favorite videos ever, the Fast and Furious video. Right?
Yeah,
Mike, that's got to be one of our favorites.
Yeah, it's one of the big ones. It's probably our favorite personally.
We were on a bachelor party in Quintero and in Arizona, and before I went, it was our group of friends, and Mike's like, "You got to take this video," because one of our buddies had a drone, so we brought the drone on the course, and we took like the ending of Fast and Furious and remade the video.
Yeah,
and once we posted that, it like went crazy and everything, and then we're like, oh, we got TikTok, and then same thing for like whatever reason, stuff just like slowed down, and then stuff was picking up more on Instagram, so we focus more on Instagram, but we're trying to kind of get back into TikTok and have them kind of coincide with each other a little bit better.
Yeah, TikTok's never made much sense to me. I had the original Golfballing TikTok. I was early on it, like in COVID when it was really picking up. I was early on it. It was back when like you could make some money from your posts. I think I had like a 5 million post, make like $400. And at that point, this was like 150K, 200K TikTok. And after getting like 5 million views and making like $400, I was like, it's kind of stupid. And then I ended up getting shut down for copyright or PGA Tour copyright or whatever it was. And I just could never get back into it. I have a couple of other pages trying to get into TikTok, but it seems like it's one of those things where it's almost impossible to like break into it without like at least a couple viral videos. But then like there's no money on that social media, and like you're just kind of banking that these people are going to move to what else you're doing. I don't know. TikTok just seems like I mean, they're like 6-second videos. It's like fine, but I've never really, I know that like it's, you know, growing social media platform, but I've never really seen from what I do that it's like all that worth it. But for something you guys do, it's a little bit different. But I saw the TikTok and I was like, I don't really understand how it's below 10K.
Yeah. I mean, I think me and Frank talk a lot about like it's our edge. It's like we don't make money. Like we're not making like, and that's why we make good videos. It's like we're doing this just because we want to do it. Yeah. Like we get like some free stuff here and there, but like we're not making anything. We're just doing this because we love posting these silly little videos, and like that's the game. And I think that's the edge that we're gonna just keep firing with.
Yeah,
It's like the only. Oh no, I was just gonna say it's like the only. Something that I never really realized about it before we started making it, like the internet's the Wild West. Like social media is really the Wild West. Like some of the comments on the videos we make, like we posted a video about like your buddy's not giving you a gimme with like 1 million views. And like some of the comments are absolutely wild. Like it's I thought a pretty obviously staged video, but some people are commenting on it like it's like I just missed the putt and I was mad that I didn't get the get. Yeah, it's just it's really interesting to see how. And then there was another one like I hit a bad shot into the water, like probably one of the worst golf shots I ever hit. 10 million people saw it between our page that reposted, and like the comments like sell your clubs, give up the game, like never show up the golf course again, right? And it's like
miserable.
I think Golf Digest reposted that one. Which that was just cool because I was like, Frank, I bet you never thought you'd be on Golf Digest.
Yeah,
it just happens. Awesome. It happens to be the worst shot like
ever. Yeah, and it was just like again for me, like it is what I really don't care, but it's wild. 10 million people saw one of the worst golf shots of my life, and it's but it's cool because you know some people, half the people like that's so relatable. The other half of the people are like, please never play in front of me because you're horrible and gonna hold up the round. But
that's how it all is.
We have
the bigger you get.
Yeah, we have a couple of videos. We sometimes drift. I don't want to say it's morbid, but we try to have a good perspective on golf, like playing golf with your friends and like your father, like it's like that's life, like that's the beauty of golf. And we found a couple where like it goes viral and the comments are like, I miss playing golf with my dad. I tagging their 3 buddies, like I love you guys, can't wait to play again, and stuff like that. Like me and Frank are like, Jesus Christ, we're doing something here, because everyone is sending this to like the people they love, and we're like, this is different. And I think that's kind of maybe a unique part of our page is we do try to keep it like, we're not just trying to make like poop jokes. Like we're trying to like, golf is awesome, and it's time to spend with your family, your friends, enjoy nature, and like I think that resonates with a lot of people.
Totally. You're gonna get negative comments forever. Like you're gonna get it forever. And one thing too is like, I forget where I even heard a quote, something along these lines. Like normal people don't comment on like videos.
No, they don't.
No, they don't.
Like normal people don't, even if it's like positive. Like now I know you guys are like, we run golf companies, like that's a little bit different, but like my personal Instagram account on your personal Instagram account, if you post this, like I'm not going to comment something nice or something not nice. I'm probably not going to interact with it, but I still am going to enjoy the content. And that's something I wish I knew years ago when I was making these videos and I was posting myself on Golfballing, and you got 30 comments and 29 of them are telling you to go kill yourself. Like, but then, months pass and you meet all these people and people reach out to you and you're like, dude, you got the best content, all this. But you go on your Instagram comments, you're like, what am I doing wrong, man? No one likes this stuff. But that's just like normal people really don't comment.
Yeah, by far the most rewarding stuff is definitely when one of our friends tells us that one of their friends sent a video of ours to them, and they're like, and that's like, it blows their mind that one of their friends sent a video of Frank hitting a golf ball. They're like, I know Frank.
I know that guy. Yeah, it's my boy.
Like that's how we know we're getting some traction, is like that's happening more and more frequently. And we're like, okay, like this is definitely getting around a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man. I think you guys are doing great. And unfortunately, man, like the Instagram world is just it's just not black and white. It's just so weird. Like it's just a weird like social media that's going in new directions. And I know you guys will have crazy success on whatever platform it is. Instagram's perfect, but I think you guys do a great job, and I love it. I know a lot of people do too. So
yeah, we appreciate it.
Yeah, we appreciate it.
I know you're the same. We just love golf, and we like making videos, and it's just same as your account. Like you just love the game.
So that's what like Mike was talking about, how like the more emotional videos. At the end of the day, golf is like, it's a vehicle to spend time with. It's, a lot of us played sports growing up. We're competitive. It's a way that we stay competitive with our friends, our family, our dads, grandpa, whatever. It's just a way to make memories together. And it's just a vehicle to do that. And I think that's why we all love it so much, because we're not 12 years old riding our bikes to the park to, play wiffle ball. It's like, this is the next step of being a kid, being a big kid.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, I'm giddy that we get to play Rutgers Golf Course tomorrow. Like I'm excited, genuinely excited. And like that's a golfer, is someone that's just a normal public course. And I'm barely gonna sleep tonight. I'm so excited.
Can't wait. Dude.
Yeah.
I got my first ever member guest on Tuesday. Can't wait. Just can't wait. I do have a random Instagram tip that might help you guys. When your posts do go viral, I have some pages where I throw this on it regardless. And then on a page like Golfballing Pod, I'll get through it.
You have a harder scale. I got you.
Yeah, I'll just say when a post does well, I follow us at Golfballing Pod for, more original golf content or something like that. And it is kind of crazy how little of a difference that can, bring you a extra couple hundred followers, or even couple thousand more followers. But I don't do that on like every post, because I don't like, if I'm like on the Instagram Reels page and the caption is literally like, follow us at, comedy humor for this. then I think it's like a little bit not cheesier, but it feels a little gimmicky, like a little bit more clickbaity. I don't really feel like a personal connection to it, but I usually like I've got that golf commercial where the chick like throws her leg up and she's like, "Oh my god, that was amazing!" And the guy's talking about his phone. It's crazy. You got your right there. Oh no! Oh
You're back.
no! Oh, I'm
You're
back.
You're back. You're back.
I got one. I'll wrap this up real quick. I got one bar. It's raining here. My Wi-Fi is horrible. But I would say follow us for daily original golf content, and that will help. Or we're at 2 bars. All right. And that'll help. I think it'll help you drastically. Like I really do think something small like that will help. But I don't do it on every post because I think it could feel gimmicky to somebody else. Yeah. But I don't know if you guys can hear that. It was great having you guys on. If you have any final remarks, I'll throw your @ Every Ball Has a Story. Check them out on Instagram. Check them out on TikTok. Check out the website.
Maybe find our ball in the woods.
I don't know. Find the ball. Yeah.
We haven't done it in a while, but they're out there somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, thank you very, very much for having us on. We love your content. Glad to hear you like ours, and I'm sure we'll be in touch going forward.
Yeah. You guys hop on the podcast anytime. We'll have you on someday.
Okay. Yeah, we love debating just completely obscure golf stuff. So if you ever need someone to argue with, like let us on.
Oh yeah. Hell yeah.
Yeah, no, thanks for having us on. If you ever find your way to Jersey, let us know. We'll play.
Yeah, it could be. I'll let you know if that happens. I don't know. I hope to make it to Jersey one day in my life. I am moving to the Tampa area in 1 month. So
cool.
if you guys even just want to grab a beer,
I was gonna say
go to Pop Stroke, do something.
I was gonna say screw New Jersey. Screw New Jersey.
Yeah, we'll come.
We'll come to you.
Yeah, come down to me anytime. But yeah, I'll be in that area because I'm down in the Fort Myers right now, so that's like a 2.5 hour excursion. But I'll be in less than an hour's distance if you guys want to tee it up or Pop Stroke, Top Golf, or just grab a beer or whatever.
Awesome.
So yeah,
all right, sounds great.
Sounds great.
Great to have you on. I'm gonna end this stream because it doesn't end the whole thing. Thank you guys for listening to the podcast. Throw it a 5-star review and definitely check out Every Ball Has a Story. I'm sure we'll hear from them again. And if you guys follow the Golf Ball on Instagram page, you'll be seeing it even more now. So yeah.